Peace, and greetings, everybody. Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Kateria Knows. Welcome to the No Sugar Podcast. This is my first episode. I ain't never did this before, so be patient as I figure all of these things out. Look, I ain't about to be editing nothing when it comes to this. I don't know how. I don't got time to figure out how to, and I also don't care. If I mess up while I'm saying something, oh well, that's too bad, right? We're gonna still get through this. I just want to get on here. I want to share certain things that I don't feel that comfortable sharing online. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all right off rip. If you sensitive, don't listen to this podcast. Don't have your children listening to my podcast. This is a fully adult content thoroughly. I'm not responsible for nobody's feelings. I'm not responsible for nobody's children. I don't care if somebody pick up something from me from watching this. I'm letting y'all know right now. Don't be on here if you're sensitive. Don't be on here if you are a child or if you don't want your children hearing this stuff. Like, that's why I have this. This is for people who are 18 and over, period. I'm not responsible for nobody, okay? This is a place to speak very real and very raw and very unfiltered, hence the title, No Sugar, because sugar ain't good for you anyway, okay? I'm not coddling nobody, none of that. Now, I'm really happy about doing No Sugar because when it comes to this false world that we live in, we have to just show certain fragments of ourselves, certain parts of ourselves. And I refuse to be a fragmented being. So No Sugar is a space and place for me to speak in a very raw, uncut fashion. Okay, so there may be certain things that you learn about me in this space, certain things that I may say that may throw you off. And if you can't feel it and you find you don't really like this side of me, that's okay. Check my Facebook, check my Instagram, check my YouTube channel. If those sides of me are what you can accept more. I'm a whole person, okay? I talk shit, I curse, I like to laugh. I got some dark humor sometimes. I'm very raw, I'm extremely opinionated, and sometimes I'm hella rebellious, bad as fuck. Sometimes I got a dirty ass mind and a dirty ass mouth, you know. Sometimes I could say things that can come across as being very insensitive, okay? I don't care about your pronouns. I don't. There are certain things that I deal with as a person that I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to get over that. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, I don't care about your feelings. Don't bring that shit to me right here, not here, okay? So that's why this podcast is called No Sugar. I gave y'all that disclaimer because I don't want to hear shit from nobody, all right? Now, in fuck cancel culture. I'm canceling cancel culture. I don't give a shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I do know that certain things and certain people need to be canceled and all of that, but I do know that as humans, we should be able to speak our truth and speak our opinions no matter what they are. Okay, now if people get their feelings hurt, they get their feelings hurt. And you know, if we out here doing something where we're causing harm to people, inciting rage and hate crimes and all kind of things like that, then, you know, I do understand cancel culture in that space. But, you know, just talking shit and, you know, just carrying on and like sharing your little shit, like, nah, I don't care for that. So I don't give a fuck too. Real smooth. All right. So when it comes to No Sugar, all right, I want to let y'all know pretty much what I'm gonna be talking about, like the different segments. So when it comes to No Sugar, I'm gonna definitely have a topic, like one main topic. I may have 3 topics, 4 topics. I know I won't go more than 5 topics. And then we're gonna have different segments. In the segments, I know they're gonna switch up and change up, you know what I'm saying? But my segments right now, I'm gonna have a joke of the day. I'm gonna give a life tip. We gonna have a section called For the Birds. That's like stuff that's just for the birds. You know, a lot of crazy world news stuff and stupid stuff that people is doing in the world is for the birds. I'm also going to be giving a health tip on my episodes, and I will be giving an astrological forecast, okay? Just something that I'm seeing going on in the stars and giving some insights and sharing, you know, just like some tips, nothing too much like I be doing when it comes to my live videos or when it comes to my posting, but just like something that I want to focus on when it comes to one particular transit or something like that. I do know that there are a lot of different things that I want to share, a lot of different things that I want to like even give like facts of the day and all of that type of stuff, statistics. I want to do all kind of things. So I know I'm going to be switching up like the way that I handle my podcast as this whole thing grows and builds and stuff like that. So things, and I know I'm going to be having different guests on my show, celebrity guests, healers, teachers, speakers, entertainers. You know, I will be sharing different products from Black-owned businesses, all of that type of stuff here. So, but this is the first episode, and we're gonna get right into it. And I'm gonna just be sharing, you know, on a specific topic, but I want to let y'all know kind of like how this is going to go. I cannot tell you if it's going to be every month, every week. It's going to be random. I'm an Aquarius. I got Mercury in Aquarius, and I do things, you know, sporadically sometimes. Sometimes I get this urge to share. Sometimes I don't give a fuck about saying anything to anybody. Sometimes I want to go on vacation and just focus on other things in my life. That's just how I am. That's how I move. And, you know, so there it is. But I do see myself getting on here at least once a month, you know, so, and that's what I'm projecting. All right. For right now, I don't know if that's going to change, but that's what I'm projecting as of right now. So today's topic, and I'm sure y'all can see it wherever this thing is about to be posted and all of that stuff, wherever you're catching it. But today's topic is creating a strong self-image to master your life. Okay. We're going to be talking about what that means, what I mean by all of that. Now, before I get into what that means, I want to talk about the joke of the day. Let's just start off with something a little funny. I don't know. That's what I don't feel like I want to get right into the topic of the day for some reason. I don't know. Look, like I told you, I'm just now trying this stuff out. So I found this joke online on Google. I got a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. I got 3 Sagittarius placements, prominent ones too. And well, not all of them is prominent, but anyways, I like to laugh, and we are going to be laughing a lot when it comes to this podcast. My camera keep going dark. And so yeah, I'm going to be sharing jokes and stuff like that. I'm going to be having some comedians on here. I'm going to be clowning, all of that. But look, this is the joke of the day. Wife. It says wife. All right. Wife says to her husband, "Look at that drunk guy." Husband, "Who is he?" Wife says, 10 years back, he proposed to me and I rejected him. Husband says, "Oh my God, he's still celebrating." I thought that was hilarious. For those of you who are missing your marbles, I'm going to explain a joke. Basically, the wife is like, "Look at this dude. He over here, he's drunken and he's all over the place," or whatever. And the husband is like, "But who is that?" And she's like, "Well, you know, back in the day, he tried to get at me, this and this and that. But I told him no." And the husband's like, "Oh, wow, he's still celebrating the fact that that he didn't marry your ass." Basically, the husband ain't really feeling his wife. I thought that was funny and cute. So I hope y'all find that funny too. Okay. And so the other segments, look, I'm thinking astrology already. The other segments of the podcast, I feel are going to end up tying into the topic of the day. Okay. So the topic of the day, let's get into that. Creating a strong self-image to master your life. I know y'all probably looking at me like right now, like, okay, she's talking about creating a strong self-image. Meanwhile, she's looking like a throwback from 1992 reject head ass. And I know, whatever, I'm looking hella like basic, you know, cool girl swag, whatever the hell, fuck boy, cool girl swag with the hat to the back, whatever. This is just how I feel for the energy when it comes to no sugar. Like, this is just the feeling, you know. This is my no sugar image. All right. I do identify as 2S personality type, or sexual orientation, meaning I have masculine and feminine energy that dwells within me. Okay. And for some reason, my masculine could have like a fuck boy ego. You know, it's not a fuck boy because it doesn't do fuck boy shit and hurt people and stuff like that. But the image can be very fuck boyish. I mean, sometimes I like to wear my top hats and my suits and stuff like that. But look, creating a strong self-image to master your life. The reason why I'm talking about this is because when it comes to me, I got a North Node in the sign of Aries. And for those of you who got the North Node in Aries, it is about you having a strong self-image. Okay. And what do I mean really when it comes to strong self-image? It is the way that you demonstrate yourself, your character, how you allow yourself to be seen in the world, how you think about yourself, the person that you feel that you are at the core of your being. And along with that being, allowing yourself to get dressed, to smell, to do certain things in your life that aligns with your inner being. Okay. And having a strong self-image and being confident with your strong self-image and having a sense of self-worth is so important, because when it comes to life on planet Earth, we talk a lot about, oh, your thoughts create your reality, but not bunk that. Your magnetism really creates your reality, but your thoughts do play a role in building up your magnetism. And having a self-image comes from the depths of your psyche. Like, I think I'm Kateria Knows. One day I will be the world's greatest astrologer. I think that I'm very beautiful. I have an eclectic style. I'm an Aquarius, you know, I'm a Black woman, you know, part of the underdogs that's rising up in the world. And I feel good about who I am. And so deep inside of me, I feel this like strong goddess energy. That's why I'm wearing the I Met God She's Black shirt. If y'all don't know about the website and the Instagram page, I Met God She's Black, y'all got to check them out. They got like all kind of like apparel, hats and stuff. I couldn't wear the hat because it's too small for my head. But I have this energy about myself for who I believe and who I know that I am. And with me knowing this person, creating this person, I allow myself to walk in her image, to walk in her energy, to walk in her essence, and to do things in my life that aligns with that self-image that I have inside of me. And with me being able to do that, with me having done that over the years, I now walk around life in this world, and I attract certain circumstances, people, situations in my life that align with the self-image that I have. Okay. Understand your magnetism. All right. Understand that your magnetism is what creates your reality, and your magnetism is going to be derived based on the image that you have for yourself. So if you see yourself as a mighty thug, okay, you see yourself as a gangster, you see yourself as a hoe, you see yourself as a drug dealer, you know, you see yourself as an ugly woman, an ugly man, a dork, whatever you see yourself as, whatever your self-image is, you're going to then exude the energy of that. You're going to walk around in your life with that self-image projected into the world, and you're going to actually magnetize situations to you that are fitting of that self-image. So let's go back to the gangster, to the thug, all of that. If you identify yourself as a gangster, as a thug, all of this shit, then you're literally going to get shot. Don't come crying to me. I'm an Aquarius and I can be fucking cold. So if you are doing some fuck shit in your life because of your self-image, do not get mad when the cake come with the pie. You know what I'm saying? So this is why having a strong self-image is so important. And this is why Return of the Gods is so important, that we dress in a certain type of regalia and we uphold ourselves to a certain level, because who we project ourselves to be, we're going to walk in that energy and that essence. We're going to talk in that energy and that essence. We're going to exude a certain level of a regal nature, and we're going to attract situations, and we're going to be treated like people, as though we are beings of royalty. Okay? So, you know, and it's funny to talk about this when I know my image when it comes to no sugar is not the same image that I really walk around in the world. But when it comes to my image, when it comes to no sugar, this is my tougher persona, my tougher personality. I do got hands. I can back up my words with my abilities, you know what I'm saying? Yet it's just an energy of, I don't give a fuck. So don't bring me your shit. You feel me? Don't bring me your tears, because I don't care. I just don't. There's a lot of shit that I be dealing with. I'm like, girl, you better get the fuck over that. That shit ain't even that serious. You over here crying and we don't got no time for that. Like, you over here crying about relationships. Meanwhile, this whole fucking world is full of fucking chaos. You don't even need to be in no relationship with nobody. They all need therapy, nigga. Like, stop. So, you know, I'm kind of cold. All right. And so my no sugar image, it is a strong image for what I am putting out there. Just some cold, hard opinions. Some of them shits is gonna be facts, but these are my opinions and I don't care. All right. So I want y'all to really think about building a strong self-image to be able to master your life. Let's talk about that. I've been able to create a strong image with being Kateria Knows. So for those of you who don't know, Kateria is a part of my birth name. It is my birth middle name. My first name is Tiffany. All right. And when I had my spiritual awakening back in 2011, I had met this woman at Craft Unity Center of African Spiritual Science, Rise in Paradise, Reverend Mary Ka-Ra, the late great Reverend Mary Ka-Ra, who was also an Aquarius. So I met this woman, and she was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Tiffany." And she was like, "No, that's not your name." And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And she was like, "No, there's another name that you're supposed to have." She was like, "You need to do a naming ceremony." I was like, "Well, I've always wanted to go by my middle name, which is Kateria." And she was like, "That's your name. That is you. When people ask you what your name is, you need to tell them that." And the funny thing about it is, when I was a little girl, my mom had called me Kateria for a little bit. It didn't stick, but she would call me Kateria here and there. And I always loved my middle name, and I'm happy that I didn't go by my middle name when I was younger, though. So the energy of my middle name, Kateria, got a chance to be preserved. You know what I'm saying? And then when I started going by it over 10 something years ago or what have you, it was like a fresh new being. And also I just went through my spiritual awakening. So a fresh new identity of me was birthed forth in the first place too. So it really matched. And then when I think about the name Kateria in me, when it came to my spiritual awakening, when I came into my spiritual awakening, I was contacted by ancient Kemetic deities. And the ancient Kemetic deities, they, you know, gave me a lot of insight, a lot of information, you know, showed me the things that I need to do when it comes to this world, when it comes to the new world that we're embarking on, and the shifts and changes in society and all of these things. And so I already had locks in my hair, which definitely fit the image of Kateria, which definitely fit the image of the certain aspect of myself that I was allowing to be birthed forth. And with me having Kateria, with me knowing myself, knowing my astrology chart and standing in that power, I started to exude a certain type of an energy and also attract circumstances, miracle, beautiful circumstances that fit the self-image. And then when I found out the meaning to both of my names, the meaning of Kateria means the sun, the spirit of the creator manifested in the sun, the spirit of the creator manifested in the sun. And I'm an Aquarius in the age of Aquarius, and the spirit of the creator is inside of the sun, shining the light, you know, through the times that we're in. And it was broken down. The etymology of Kateria was broken down. I've had it broken down by a couple of different people through meta nature. And Tiffany means the appearance of God. It means God lives, God incarnates. It means God manifested. So, you know, both beautiful names, but I'm gonna tell you right now, do not call me Tiffany. If you meet me right now, if I introduce myself to you as Kateria, that's what you call me. You don't call me Tiffany. All right. So, but I'm not ashamed that my first name is Tiffany. That's all I'll tell y'all, you know, but yes, my birth middle name is Kateria. So when it comes to developing a great self-image, you want to know the meaning of your name. You want to walk in that power. Okay. Walk in the essence of that power. Like with me knowing that Kateria means the spirit of the creator manifested in the sun, my whole thing is connecting to what it means to be an Aquarius sun sign, you know? And with me knowing that Tiffany means the appearance and image and manifestation of God, I take care of my body temple as it is a temple of God. You know, I mean, every now and again, I eat some questionable, no, not really questionable. I just be eating things that's outside of my intolerances, but I'll be taking my stuff, you know. Yet, nevertheless, yeah, when you know the meaning of your name and you walk in the energy of that and you live up to that, that's you creating a positive and powerful image for yourself. So for young men out there, their name is probably Deontay, and they may not know the meaning of that, but they can hear the sound like Deontay. Oh, that means I'm just some black boy that live in my hood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They will start acting like that. And they will attract energies that fit whatever they're projecting, you know? And something that I've seen so much in young Black girls, and I do want to work in schools. I want to work in like elementary schools, junior high schools, and high schools for young Black girls, because a lot of young Black girls, they don't feel beautiful because the media puts out light-skinned women or mixed girls or white girls, Hispanic girls, and make them seem as though they're the epitome of beauty. So a young Black girl will start to dress and act like a boy and become tomboyish rather than embrace the divine feminine energy of themselves, because they feel that how they look does not coincide with what it means to be a beautiful girl. And so they will start sagging and acting all like, you know, because Black boys, they get a lot of attention in the romantic atmosphere, you know, and so Black girls are like, oh, well, if I'm like boyish, then I'm gonna get attention too. I'm gonna get love. I'm gonna get acceptance, da 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 da. And it's just sad. It's so sad. I see it all the time. And even the ones that don't take on like a more tomboyish or stud energy and persona, they will still be like loud and ratchet, like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, because they think, oh, I'm a Black girl, and with me being a Black girl, this is how I'm supposed to be, this is how I'm supposed to act, so on and so forth, because that's what they see on television. And it's just like, fuck no. Like, yo, find out the meaning to your actual name, you know, get it broken down, etymology, all of that type of stuff. know what your purpose is on earth. If you have a hard time really understanding and knowing what your purpose is on earth, get an astrology reading, get some life path or past life regression reading, do whatever you need to do to know who you are, and then create a being, create yourself to live up to the energy and the energy of who you are and what your purpose is. And when you do that, you're going to be respected for your purpose. You're going to attract people and circumstances to you that is based upon who that image is of yourself. Okay. And when you do this, you're going to really master your life. So my thing lately has been telling people that it's not just your thoughts that create your reality. They play a part. It's your magnetism. And your magnetism is greatly created based upon the image that you have for yourself. So ask yourself, what is my self-image? Some of you may just be nurses, or not just nurses, like it's small or anything like that, but some of you may be school teachers. Some of you may just stay at home and take care of your children as a mother, which is the most powerful job. And mothers should get paid more than everybody because we bring in everybody into society in the first place. But that's going to be a whole another topic, right? Maybe you're an athlete. Maybe you are big and tall and wide and large. And so now you take on this hubba type of, personality. But ask yourself who you are, and ask if who you really are, if you are living up to that image of yourself, and if whatever your self-image is right currently, if you don't like the lifestyle that it brings forth, ask yourself, how can you change? And start thinking, because we literally could become anything we want to in this reality. So start thinking, like, what type of a person or what type of life experiences do I want to have? Do I want to go here? Do I want to travel? I want to be a healer, a spiritual guru. Do I want to be a hip hop artist? Who do I want to be? Now create a powerful self-image when it comes to that, from the way that you dress, the way that you articulate, talk, okay? From the way that you stand, from the energy, the presence that you have when you walk into a room, from the scent that you wear. Get yourself endoused in the image that you're creating for yourself, and see in the image or the person that you want to experience those circumstances, and see how your life changes. I'm going through a transformation right now, and I'm not going to change my name. I'm always going to be Kateria. But there are other parts of me that are being birthed and brought forth. And so I'm going through a whole nother metamorphosis. It's like I found myself in 2011. And now and that's my foundation. And now I'm just building more on top of that. Some people, they have not even found themselves yet. Some people are just now finding themselves, and they're trying to put their image together. But some of us, we know ourselves, and then we're just building more, expanding more on top of who we are. So y'all gonna see me totally refreshed in just a whole, like a brand new version of myself, because these things that I want to experience in my life, there is another version of me that is being brought forth that's going to really live up to the image that I have, and that's going to magnetize the people, circumstances, experiences, and all of that I desire. I'm really excited about it. It's just bringing more of me out. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to talk about. I know that I'm not sharing every single thing, and do understand I don't even know the word, and imperator. I gotta call Koshana, ask her what that word is again. But anyways, it's a speaker that speaks off the top of their head and speaks from their heart. No notes. I do have my notes for my topic and my segment, but I'm just, getting on here, just sharing and just talking with you guys, and talking as naturally as I do. And that's what I want to do with No Sugar. I want to talk how I talk when I'm with my fam, when I'm with my homegirls, and we just over here vibing, chilling, just talking shit like, hey, look, this is me, raw, uncut, unfiltered, and I'm just letting y'all into my mind, you know what I'm saying? So what else do I want to share? It just, one thing, make a signature, become a signature, And what I mean by that is the self-image stuff that I'm talking about. But like, come up with a slogan for yourself. You know how we do with these brands and branding ourselves. Brand yourself and come up with a scent, come up with a dietary plan, come up with a whole style and regalia, come up with a certain lingo that you talk in, come up with certain activities that you do, certain places that you go, and take that all in. May it be a positive one. Do take accountability for the shit the image that you're creating for yourself. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and be like, I'm some hood ass bitch and all of this shit. And I be beating bitches ass all day. I'm not going to sit up here and come with that, because I don't want to attract those situations. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I don't have hands. I can protect myself if I got to, you feel me? But I'm not going to sit up here and be a sex worker. No. So I could deal with the things that sex workers deal with, STDs and getting robbed potentially, and having to fight females at the clubs, and potentially being sex trafficked and stuff like that. No, I'm not gonna be a sex worker, because I don't want to deal with the lives that sex workers deal with. Even when it comes to being a Messiah being, people are afraid to be Messiah beings, because the name Messiah, the word Messiah, the term, we think of Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ died for our sins. So people are like, oh shoot, I'm a Messiah, that I'm gonna die young, I'm gonna die at age 33 and blah, 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 blah. Like, people literally have that programming. But a Messiah literally just simply means a messenger of the times that you're in. So I do consider myself a Messiah being. Easy too. I don't give a fuck. That don't mean that I'm gonna die at 33, nigga. I'm past 33 anyways. But I am a being that is a messenger of the times that we're in. I tell y'all about the stars. I tell you about the age of Aquarius. Hey, and I'm an example of living life freely. I'll take that, because that means that I'm gonna go through some experiences that's gonna, allow me to become free, and allow me to share my message and become, other dimensional and have other abilities, and and hey, it's working. It's been happening. I had to take away some of that, because I did have like some of the I'm a Messiah, so I have to act like this and I have to do that, and I have to become the next Queen of Fool. And it's like, no, I don't. Like, I don't need to take on that image, because it's not authentic to myself. But yes, I respect Queen of Fool. You know what I'm saying? And I do learn from Queen of Fool, and I've allowed certain things that I have learned from Queen of Fool to influence me. Just like I've allowed everybody around me that I've ever encountered, ever watched, or what have you, to influence me. But am I gonna, do everything or display myself as everything? That's not fair. That's not fair. But guess what? When I'm at ascension, and when I am, taking my journey, and I'm doing my 21-day detox and my womb yoga, and I'm going to any events, heck yeah, because guess what? Being a sacred woman, that is who I am. That is a part of who I am. I have many different parts of who I am, though, and what's powerful is that no matter the different characters I may display, and this is when you get real comfortable with your self-image, no matter what character of myself that I may display, at the end of the day, it's still all love, even if it's tough sometimes. And I still have high integrity. I don't do shady shit. And I don't do shady shit because I know at the end of the day, I'm just dealing with myself. life on earth is just you dealing with you. So if I do something shady to another person, that shit is only going to come back to me, because that person was me in the first place. So what the fuck I look like doing some shady shit to the next person? You feel me? So no, I'm not fucking on no females, man, and harming people, children, and doing some crazy ass shit. And like, no, nigga, because you was me in the first fucking place. But am I gonna cuss and say some dumb shit and eat me some chicken here and there and some goat cheese or something the fuck to balance out the gut, the bacteria in my gut or some shit like that? Hell yeah. Am I gonna eat vegan food most of the time? Hell yeah. You know, because I'm gonna do what feels right to me. Free. Is people gonna judge me for that? Hell yeah. Do I care? Hell no. Okay, so another thing when it comes to creating a powerful self-image, you got to know your ego, you got to know your shadow, and you got to know your higher self, and then you need to make them motherfuckers best friends. Okay, so your ego, it is what identifies you. It's what your conscious mind is. You know, it's like, oh, I'm Kateria Knows, so this is how I dress, this is how I act, this is how I walk, this is how I display myself. All right. Your shadow is the parts of yourself that you repress and you hide and you don't let everybody know. Like a part of my shadow is a very sexual, you know, very lusty vixen energy, and can be very dark humor, and you know, just kind of mean, rude, scandalous, and all of that type of shit. Very uncaring, very cruel, very cold, and very ruthless. My shadow is extremely ruthless. She thinks of torturing the beasts and stuff like that. And then my higher self is extremely angelic, goddess like, untouchable. She's very loving and compassionate, understanding, empathetic, but knows of her self-worth, doesn't need anything from anybody, is removed but still loving. And my higher self is very powerful, high vibrational frequency, like 100 million light years away, very large, expansive energy, is very unbothered because she knows all is well and all is divine and nothing really matters besides the stories that the creator is telling, and very highly intelligent. Now, over the past couple of years, I've been working on integrating my higher self, my ego, and my shadow. And within doing so, my I don't feel so fragmented, and I feel like my throat chakra is a lot more activated, and I don't feel like I'm hiding nothing. You know what I'm saying? And there are different ways that you go about integrating yourselves. And so I'm gonna just kind of share like what I do and how I see things. When it comes to my ego, my higher self, my shadow, my foundation is my higher self. She's gonna be the foundation that my shadow and my ego walk on, period. Okay. And that means that all the things that I do, I'm going to do from a high place of integrity, love, moral standing, and things of the likes. Okay. Now my ego is like, I don't give a fuck what you do that shit well, don't embarrass me, look good. Oh, you want to talk about, you know, spirituality? I don't care. Go put some lipstick on. You're not gonna let me go out there looking burnt out. Put some fucking concealer on too, because you look tired. You know, my ego is also like, oh, go to the gym, work out, get your booty sitting upright, because you know people gonna listen to you because if your body is nice, and if your waist is snatched, that everybody wants that anyway. And the shit feel good when you know your shadow come out and you in the room and you fucking on your man. So what's the issue? And my ego is like, learn how to articulate yourself properly, because when you speak, I don't want you to make us sound stupid. We're not doing all of that. I know you talking this high vibration. My ego's like talking to my higher self. Like, I get it, high vibration, all of that. That's cool. Yet say that word correctly. It's not copacetic. It's copacetic. I still said it wrong. I don't care. Anyways, and my shadow is like, that's cool. I'm happy that y'all, everything is good. We got you looking pretty. We looking cute. Ego, thank you that you put in that work at the gym. That was cool. I feel that. But I need something a little bit tougher. We about to get into some deeper activities. I need to release, I need to release something. And my shadow gets me into trouble, and not all the time, and she hasn't been getting me into as much trouble as she did when I was unaware of her insidious ass ways. But my shadow and my ego are twins, but my shadow is like the evil twin. So my shadow is like, girl, you need to get you a BBL. Go on ahead and do that. And my shadow will lead me to like a surgeon's office to do something, serious on myself, just so I can have a better sex life or some shit like that. But my higher self still trumps all, like, okay, that's cool, but what do we represent? At the end of the day, I don't want to lead young girls, and I don't care if you got a BBL or not. I don't give a fuck. If that's what you did for you, rejoice and be glad in it. Like Christians say, that you didn't pass away. I'm not judging nobody. This is my story, okay? So my higher self still be stepping in on the shadow. Like, okay, I get it. Y'all want to look good or whatever the fuck. I don't really care, because I'm 10, 100 million years beyond any of that anyway. But that's not self-love. That's self-endangerment and self-mutilation. So we're not doing all of that. And so my shadow's like, you know what? That is true. I feel that, whatever. But we could still do some fat freezing on, these flanks or some shit, because we can do that. And then my shadow was like, I had connected with this gentleman I had been connected to for several years of my life. And my shadow, like came out like, oh, I'm ready to engage in sexual activities with you. The young man's like, okay, but we don't have a commitment. I thought we wanted to wait for a commitment. My shadow's like, fuck all that. I don't care. That's cool. And this is like my shadow having a conversation. Like, I get that you spoke to my higher self, but she's not in charge at this particular moment. And I want to connect with you on that level, because there is an energy inside of you that I need inside of me that's going to help this whole little trio that I got going on better. These bitches over here, they not going to do what we need to get done. So let's run that. And so then the guy's like, oh, okay, let's explore. Let's do this, right? And so my shadow over here having fun, getting dick the fuck down, enjoying it, and then starts getting emotionally involved and attached and all of this stuff. And then gets heartbroken, like trampled on, just like, oh my gosh. And then my higher self is rolling her eyes like, well, I mean, all is well and all is in divine order. And the ego's totally cut up like, what? Does he not know that I'm Kateria knows? What? Hold on. What just happened? Wait a minute. I need to reassess. Oh my God, let me go do my hair. Oh my God, I need to. Ego is distraught. Higher self is like, well, at least this has allowed us to advance far beyond these times, and we've grown. And the shadow is like, did he really just say that somebody else is better than me? No. So the ego's like, all right, it's time to transform. And the higher self is like, yes, because with you two transforming, you're going to catch up to me. How lovely is that? So at the end of the day, the shadow even though she be putting me through some stuff and she get on my nerves, she ain't putting me through nothing for some time, bruh. She still gets me to aligning with my higher self. She activates the ego to get on top of her stuff, so the ego can show up a lot better. The name can be made louder, which builds the legacy better, makes you look better. You start eating better food. You start clearing up your skin. You start exercising more. You start stretching and dancing and, you know, just expressing the self more. And then there's that deep reflection of who am I? What am I doing? What are my inner childhood traumas? Because the shadow just exposed herself. She just did some fuck shit. So she's like, I just wanted some healing. That's why, I mean, I had to do it. I know it sucks. I know it's hard. I know that we don't feel as beautiful as we did because this person just hurt us. But I mean, I need healing too, you know. And the ego is like, you know what, it's all cool, because I was getting a little complacent on certain things. I did want to kick it up a few notches, and this is the fuel that is going to force us to kick it up a few notches. And the higher self is just like, ah. Now the healing begins, and the higher self is just counseling the ego and the shadow, and the ego is like, don't counsel me too much, because if you counsel me too much, then I ain't gonna work as hard, because I'm gonna feel good, I'm gonna start getting complacent. So, but they love each other. They love each other. They work together. That is the Holy Trinity. Okay. So when it comes to creating a bomb self image, know your Holy Trinity, know how they work, understand their meetings that they have with each other, understand how they work for one another, understand how they can hurt and harm one another, and starts to have them build together. It's just like if you have a group of friends, there's 3 of y'all, and y'all work with each other, y'all talk, y'all gonna fight, y'all gonna have your arguments, you're gonna have, you know, your disagreements and things like that. But then when you have those moments, that does build you guys stronger, and y'all end up doing greater things on planet Earth together, right? So I don't know how long I've been talking for, but let's go on ahead and look at these other segments. I hope y'all understand all of this stuff. To me, asking me all these extra out ass questions about what I mean by this and that. I mean, some is cool, you know, if you want some insight, but a lot of times I don't have time to get back to people and answer a bunch of questions, because I have a whole life to live. I have children, I have food to cook, I have dances to do, I have languages to learn, I have songs to sing, I have all kind of stuff that I got to do. So I got readings to do, I got astrology stuff to learn. I be having things to do. So all right, I hope y'all like that though. I hope y'all love the whole understanding of the Holy Trinity. And, you know, I do love comments. Give me some comments, give me some feedback, post on, you know, if you see this flyer on social media or something, you know, let me know how you guys feel about, you ladies and gentlemen, how you feel about this segment, me talking all of this stuff and just giving y'all this raw ass conversation. Getting feedback, it does help the ego. And it helps the ego, and it also helps my higher self to exude more, to bring down more of her essence, more of her energy, for more enlightenment to be bestowed upon the earth. It just all works. And it also lets the shadow chill too. She be like, okay, whatever. I read y'all the joke of the day. So my life tip, like I said, the other segments today is not going to always be this way, but I feel like the other segments are going to help, are going to be in alignment with the topic of the day. So one of my life tips my life tip for today, for this segment is, for this podcast, this episode, all these words, is know thyself. Know thyself. Know yourself and who you are. Because when you really know yourself, you can take accountability for the things that you experience in your life. And when you take accountability for the things that you experience in your life, you snatch the power back from society, certain partnerships, other, you know, relationships in your life, people in general. You just take power. Like, you know, I'm going through one of the roughest heartbreaks of my life right now. My shadow wanted to suck some dick. luckily it was a very long-term relationship that it was built upon. But when you know yourself, you can take accountability. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm hurt. What I'm going through, oh, I'm hurt by this relationship or whatever, the ending of it. But hey, I told the brother, like, there was something in you that I wanted in me. It was his focus and his discipline and his structure, his seriousness on certain aspects that he does in his life. And shit, after that fucking heartbreak, I ain't got no choice but to be focused and disciplined and structured and all of this shit in my life. I'm like, oh, I gotta release this. So now I'm like, ooh, like my ego and my everything is just beast up right now. I'm not playing on something. So the shadow, she did work for us in the long run. So, and now after all that fucking crying for them weeks, he doesn't have the power because I take accountability. Like, oh, you know what? I did say that I want it. So can't be too mad at him, but fuck him. I ain't like, there's billions of people on planet Earth that I can go build, that my shadow could freaking build whatever she needed to build. I don't need that no more. That's a wrap. And that's because of the higher self. She's like, at the end of the day, we ain't letting no pludge. We have levels to grow. We got things to do. We working on becoming stars, suns, planets, and freaking galaxies. We working on something else. We learned that lesson. You know, the ego's like, you bet not. Like, ain't no clown ass nigga gonna make me look stupid. Like, oh, he played me to the left. Okay, let's see who play harder. Like, oh, never again. You get your ass back, nigga. Okay. And yeah, when you take accountability, when you know yourself and you take accountability for your circumstances in your life, you begin to even recognize yourself and know different patterns so that you won't fall victim to your shadow or, you know, different circumstances that can come up. It's like, okay, well, you know, I attract this to myself. Now let me become wiser so that I can navigate certain waters in a particular area. If my shadow is like, oh, but let's go on ahead and let's do this, because she wants some growth to come about from the ego and the higher self or whatever in herself. Now it's like, okay, shadow, you want us to get more serious and more focused. Okay, so let's just go on ahead and get more serious and more focused, but we don't need to tread these waters and hit walls and get hurt again. We don't need to do that. And then shadow's like, okay, cool, as long as y'all just firing up. I mean, I just, you know, I found that kind of interesting, but y'all don't want to play. I guess I'll just go on ahead and imagine. But you know, because I'm in the shadows, I have a whole nother world that I live in outside of y'all. So, you know, but as long as you beefing up, you doing what you got to do, and you know, I'm learning, I'm healing, I'm getting my chance, I'm getting some psychology around this mud, then we cool. Okay, so my next segment, for the birds. All right, so I told y'all what For the Birds is about, and I'm gonna have my sister Herb Alchemist hop on here to really explain the origins of For the Birds. She actually is the one that gave me this segment for my podcast. But today's for the birds is these fucking social media scammers. Y'all are sitting up here falling for this bullshit that they out here doing, and it's so fucking embarrassing. Talking about, oh, let me get your Cash App handle and I'm gonna send you $10,000. Y'all really fucking think these niggas is gonna send y'all this money? What the fuck is wrong with you dumbass niggas? Wake up. They ain't about to send you no damn money, you stupid ass people. And then y'all over here making videos and shit, talking about, yeah, I ain't received it. You didn't even get the fucking money yet. What the hell is wrong with you? Is somebody gonna send me a motherfucking a motherfucking stupid ass scam talking about, hey Kateria, it took me 2 hours to make this for you. Look at this. And I'm like, you stupid ass, you dumb. I was like, no, I ain't that dumb. I don't trust you. I'm not about to open this shit. The fuck? There's all kind of scams going on online. I don't open no link. I don't care if you're not one of my people, and there's only like 3 of them online. Okay, you ain't one of my people. and you sending me some crazy ass link to whatever the fuck, no, screenshot that shit. I tell people, no, screenshot that. I'm not opening that. I don't care. Okay, you want to show me a video? Let me see that shit when you see me in person. Run that. No, I'm not opening shit. I don't care. Okay. Stop falling for these scammers because you think you're gonna get something free. You gonna get some money. Whatever you think you're gonna get, that shit is for the birds. Stop. Okay. All right, my health tip of the day is to rid yourself of inflammation, y'all. Inflammation. I got so many health tips to give, but I just want to talk it in the body of inflammation. When your body is filled with inflammation based upon your diet, based upon your lifestyle, and lots of stress factors and things of sorts in your life, it causes your blood flow to become more stagnant. Okay. And when your blood flow is stagnant, you're not getting the necessary oxygen and nutrients to your skin, which glows because of it, to all of your inner organs who function, who need these nutrients, this oxygen. So, and when you have too much inflammation in your body, it causes headaches, heart attacks, strokes, pain. And it also causes you to not have as much intelligence in your mind, because in order for your brain to function, you need an optimal amount of oxygen, just to in nutrients to think clearly. We are what we eat. We are what we eat. We're created through an umbilical cord, okay, not through a brain. And if you are what you eat, but your blood is stagnant, you're not even getting the nutrients to be who you are. So when we talk about developing a good self-image, well, make sure your blood is flowing so you can get the nutrients that you put in to even feed and develop yourself to become that image of what you even trying to project out there into the world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is an astrological forecast. You already know it's your girl Kateria Knows. And people ask me, oh, why you call yourself Kateria Knows? Da, da, da. It's because I know everything. That's why. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't know everything. Don't even try to play me on that. I don't know it all. And I will eventually one day. My higher self knows everything. I don't. Okay. But I'm not just my higher self. I'm my shadow. I'm my ego. Shit. Y'all all fuck with my higher self. And at least, that's the foundation of who I am and more of the essence of who I am. But my shadow and my ego is present. You don't fuck with them twins, and that's okay. That's cool too. You don't got to love all of me. There's too many people on the earth, and I don't expect all of y'all to love me. Shit, not everybody got good taste anyway. So, but what was I saying? So Kateria Knows. The reason I go by Kateria Knows is because I'm an Aquarius. My sun is Aquarius, my Mercury is Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius in the age of Aquarius, and every single zodiac sign has a name, or has a saying, has a phrase. Like Aries is I am, Libra is I balance or I harmonize, Virgo is I analyze, Capricorn is I use, I utilize. Who else I want to say? Leo is I will, Gemini is I think, they all got their sayings. And if I left your sign out, it's because I don't give a fuck, because I don't like y'all. I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking. Whatever. Look, so the saying for Aquarius is I know. And so I'm an Aquarius. So I was like, oh, Kateria knows. It flows. You know what I'm saying? And I got flows like Dr. Seuss, but I ain't going to put those things to use. Not at this particular time, because we on my dime. I got to make this money all the time. But look, you're gonna catch me on the line and I'm gonna bust a flow for your ass, and then you're gonna be like, dang, she fly. Is she flying? Oh, that was kind of flow. That was kind of dope. A little bit. It needs some work. King Los, help me out. We're gonna do some work together. But so when it comes to me being Kateria Knows on this podcast, no sugar, because sugar ain't good for you anyways. I am going to be given an astrological forecast. And what I wanted to talk about is this Venus retrograde in the sign of Capricorn that we have currently, that we're experiencing, and the cycle is really about to take on full swing by the 19th. And one of the things that I want to talk about when it comes to this cycle is what I was talking about when it comes to accountability. Okay, I saw this video online that was on World Star Hip Hop of this woman who was talking about she made a video talking about she really doesn't have anything to offer a man but pussy. Like, she's like, hey, look, I'm about to own up to my shit. Like, shit, what the fuck am I gonna offer a nigga? Like, I really don't got shit to offer these motherfuckers but some pussy. That's what I do have. Shit. And she was being totally honest. And I watched the video, and I watched the video because I wanted to see if there was something that she was saying that I felt like, wow, that, you know, kind of enlightened me. Like, wow, you know, I don't have shit to offer but some pussy too. Dang. And because I'm very open, I feel like if I ever see something, it's gonna give me something for me to grow, for me to evolve, or whatever the fuck. When I watched that video, I naturally started to think about the things that I do have to offer in regards to a relationship. Okay. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't just have pussy. I got pussy, I got head, I got skills. I'm playing, but I'm not playing. Shit, I got the South Node in Libra in the 8th house, and Mars conjunct part of Fortune, Vesta, and the North Node in Aries in the 1st house. So your girl got some killer skills, but that's another story. We're not going to talk about that. All right. But yeah, I was like, wait a minute, you know, shit, what do I got to offer? And I was like, straight up goddess, can help with business, building network, natural psychologist, counselor, lover, can cook. She did mention being able to cook, healer, could cure just about any fucking thing. Are you kidding? Massage therapy. I can massage very well. Back scratcher with the natural nail, you know what I'm saying? Fertile like a mug. Both my grandmas have 14 babies. You know, just intelligence. I can help you navigate your life. You know what I'm saying? Got money, so I'm not going to be overly dependent. Strong, I can listen. I am a counselor, but I also can be guided. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not totally arrogant. I am arrogant. Let me not say that I'm not. I am arrogant, but I am still open enough to hear another person's ideals, points of views, and messages that they have to share with me. I'm not closed-minded. There we go. I'd be going all the way around to find the damn thing. I could be a little funny or goofy, or, you know, I'd be having some corny ass humor. I don't care. I'm willing to always advance and grow no matter what I'm doing in my life. I don't get complacent on nothing, but I also like to chill. I also like to be in the house. I am a homebody. I could go out. I'm an ambivert. So I could go out, I could connect with people, but I could also be up in the house reading all these damn books that I need to read and watching movies. And I like to be warm. I like to be cozy. I like to just have good food. I like the simple things in life, and I like the nice things in life. I'm a bit of an anomaly. I like to travel. I like to do different things. Very open to different experiences. I'm spontaneous, but I'm still also, you know, cautious, you know, about certain things that I do. I'm not going to be too wild. Like, I'm not going to be riding no damn motorcycle because I think that is child abuse. Why am I going to put myself in some serious, dangerous possibility, you feel me, when I got to take care of these children? Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not a crackhead. I don't have an addictive personality. I could get over some shit. And yeah, there's just, you know, a lot. I literally sat back and I was like, no, I have a whole lot to fucking offer somebody. You feel me? A little bit too much, because I'm healing from an anxious attachment style. And when you do have an anxious attachment style, you like try to become everything, you know, all within yourself to this person. And you just want to be it all because you don't ever want anyone to leave you. You don't want to lose nobody. So you're like, well, I'm going to be the one-stop shop inside of myself, you know, healing from that anxious attachment style, because that shit literally only causes you to attract the opposite of that which you want in the first place. So anyhow, I'm not sharing all of this to brag on myself, but I am sharing this because I'm being real as fuck. This is no sugar. But I want y'all to take it upon yourselves to think about what you have to offer. Like, be real. Do you not have shit to offer? That's okay if you don't have shit to offer. At least you being honest with yourself, and you're going to start finding things to offer, or you're going to start working on yourself so you have something to offer. You feel me? And then another thing, When it comes to this Venus retrograde cycle, we want to know ourselves. It's about taking accountability. It's really about being mature and being responsible with ourselves and our relationships and taking accountability. So read up on your attachment styles. You know, are you securely attached? Are you dismissive avoidant? Are you fearful avoidant? Are you anxious preoccupied? What is your attachment style? How do you relate to other people? What are your fears? What are your traumas around relationships? And what are your triggers, you know? And how do you heal those, and how do you face them, and things like that? You know what I'm saying? So ask yourself those things. Do what you got to do. Improve, grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely doing it. I got my shit. I have a lot of great qualities, but I still have a lot of things to work on. I'm a work in progress, and I always forever will be, you know, but I do feel good with who I am right now, what I have to offer right now, and all that good stuff. So I got a chance to assess myself when I watched this video, and I really appreciate this. She's so beautiful, and she don't even know, like, one of her qualities is being real as fuck. That shit was attractive. Like the fact that you could be that real and that just raw with yourself and with the rest of the world, that's a quality that most people fucking lack, sis. So, you know, add that shit up in there with that pussy that you have to offer. Nigga, and pussy good. So, you know, she said all I could do is cook and shit. Give him some pussy and I'm cute, you know. She was like, but I'm frustrated, you know. She was like, I'm fertile, I guess. That's cool too. But sis, I just want sis to know that she does have a lot to offer a man. But I love how she mentioned, like, a man needs peace, and I'm not peaceful. She was being real, you know. And that's one thing that I can say that I do offer, that I can offer, because of all the work I've done on myself in my life. And I'm just kind of celebrating that, right? The work that I've done on myself in my life, in on a financial level, on a business level, in mental level, emotional and spiritual level, I am able to offer peace. You know, I do live a calm life, even though shit, no sugar, I'm over here, you know, yelling, ranting, going the fuck off, cussing, mouth just foul as shit. But hey, look, this is a way to express that energy. So I'm not holding it in. It is building and creating a bigger shadow and ego and shit like that. Like, no, let it have a place. You feel me? Let your energies have their place, so they don't end up working in insidious ways and undoing your whole little fucking holy Trinity dynamic you got going on, you know. So yeah. So hey, look, that's what I got to share. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know how y'all enjoyed this. Let me know what y'all would like to hear, what y'all would like to have me talk about, different people that y'all may want me to interview on my podcast, different astrological things, you know, because we definitely going to be talking about that. I don't mind talking about celebrity gossip and drama and things that may come up, and just give my perspective. So if y'all hear about something that's going on, you know, share different things with me, all of that. Be patient with me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not editing this stuff because I don't know how, and I don't even want to take the time to figure out how to do that. I don't care. If y'all don't like it, that's okay too. There's a lot of shit y'all don't like. So all right, I'm checking out. Peace.